All right, we are looking at the CAD this morning. Was pretty slow until just barely we got a little bit of a push up. So we were above the 80 on this candle, and it's kind of dancing right at the 80 RSI line. Remember, I wait until it closes above the 80 or below the 20, and it's got to close there. If just crossing it's not enough, I wait for it to close because you get a little bit of a fake out if you just jump in too quick, in my opinion, for me. So right now we're at 79, 78. Got about 2 minutes left on this 5 minute candle, and if we close up there, we're gonna hop in. So we'll just set this up. This will be a sell order on this one. And I'm going to go for 5 pips. And for this one, I'm going to do 3 lots on the CAD. It's more than the euro and the cable that I do because of the exchange rate. So I kind of like beef it up a little, get a little beefy. All right, coming into the last 20 seconds of this candle, and we're like right on the line. So this is going to be close. Sitting at 78.62, and it keeps going like 79, 78, 79. So unlikely we'll get the trade on this one. Looks like we're going to need 5 more minutes at a minimum. All right, coming up into 30 seconds of this candle, and we're currently above the 80, 81.44. So this is looking pretty promising. If it'll hold the final 20 seconds here, we will pull the trigger on this and get in the market. Here we go, final 10 seconds. We're at 81.3. I think it's going to hold. So let's go ahead and hop in. All right, there we go. We are in the game. Okay, in order to protect this, we are going to put a pending buy order 15 pips above. So this would be 1.38205. And this would be a buy stop. That's 15 pips above. That's if the market gets away and goes straight up. We're going to give up 15 pips to work that position later. You kind of hope you don't have to and get a clean trade, but it's not the end of the world if it doesn't work out. Let's look at the cable. It's not like doing anything. That's a sideways market. Boring. Nothing happening there. Euro also the same thing. And I wanted to point out, because I did catch in the comments that all you're doing is trading pairs that are USD based. And why trade 3 instead of trade 1 with 3 times as much? And this is the exact reason why. If I was like married to the euro, this would be a no trade. If I was married to the cable, also a no trade. The CAD was the one that decided to have the volume today. So now we have a trade. Even though the dollar is in all 3 pairs and they do move simultaneously, it does not mean that they all give the same signal. They all don't throw a signal at the exact same time or the same day. So by trading 3, I'm trying to get one signal a day, and if all 3 line up, bonus. Well, this trade's starting to look a little bit questionable. Why, when we took it, we came down and it looked good, and then it's just been on a steady climb out of the money. So a little bit bummed about that, but as we're knocking on the door of the pending stop, there has been a little bit of a kind of like a slow rally. I wouldn't really call it a great rally. It's just been like slowly, steadily grinding up since early this morning. I mean, none of these candles are big, but it has moved about 35 pips. So it's not like it's like flashing out of the way, just slowly grinding on its way up. Oh well, that's why we hedge, right? And just like that, we are now hedged up, picked it up, and it kind of flashed. Darn it. So first thing we got to do is take off our pending stuff, or take profit, clean that up. Now we have a little hedge going on the CAD, which is fine. That's good. Needed to work that one from the inside anyway. If you pull out and look at it on the daily, that's a pretty good spot to have some action. So I'm okay with it. Would rather the clean trade, but yeah, you win some, you lose some. All right. Nothing else is even close. I mean, obviously, this is still above the 80, but I'm not stacking another trade on top of that one. It would have to get a ways away for that to open up for a new trade. I don't know if this is going to come into play, but we're looking at the cable here, and it broke out of this channel and just tipped over. So, big red candle here. We got a minute and a half, but it is dancing right on top of the 20 RSI. So if it hits, we're going to jump in and see if we can't catch at least one clean trade here. So this would be a buy order, and I'm going to go for 5 pips on him. And I'm going to do 2 contracts on this trade. If it comes in, we'll see. Not going to get there on that candle. So I don't know. We'll keep our eye on it and see if she comes into play. But didn't hit it on that 5-minute candle. Well, that is a no-go on a trade on the cable. It just keeps kind of like skirting right there on the bottom. Our CAD trade, we did pick up our hedge and it's moved through it. Not enough to trim by any stretch, but it has moved far enough that we're getting into an older position. So hopefully, if it's going to go up for a while and we can do a little bundle, if you will, and make some coin on that trade. That's always fun when that happens, but probably not likely today. It's coming up on 9:30, and I think I'm going to call it a day.